And we welcome to noise11.com. Katy Steele, great to finally see some new music for the first time since 2016, although we've had a few trickles over 2022 as well, haven't we?
Did we? Yeah, we had one trickle. I think we had two. We had Feel So Bad came out in September, and then I had End Is Near in December.
It's a weird word, that word single these days, isn't it? Because
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
new digital release, and you know
yeah.
the old days. I mean, the original early days, you would have even been doing CD singles back then, I would imagine.
I guess the essence is still the same thing though. It's a feature track that is probably the most commercial is kind of like, usually what your single is. But I think it is different now because it's, you can release like as many singles as you want. And, you've got artists releasing singles for like a year before they actually release like an EP or something or a record. And it's just a collection of all the songs that they've released over the last year. And it's like, how is that not going to be successful? It's like, it's a collection of 8 songs that you've already heard before. It's definitely a different format now. So we're kind of playing into that, I guess, in a way, but it's also allowed us, more time to get things ready as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess for you, I mean, the Big Star album, the new album that we have coming up, the second solo album is a long time since that first solo album, Human, in 2016. But we should point out that between 2016 and 2023, life did get in the way.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can't really count. There's like 2, 3 years there you got to chop out. So we just won't even worry about
Mm.
that. No,
Well,
we started like, pretty much working on this about 6 months before COVID. Well, I was working on it before that, but like we really started getting into it when COVID pretty much hit. So that definitely did, we were stuck here in Perth. Obviously, everyone else around the rest of the world was going through what they were going through. We're sitting here watching it through a screen, going, this is crazy. Like we've never seen anything like this in our lifetime. So obviously that affected things and it made things, slow down. The whole world slowed down. The whole world went through what it went through. So that definitely affected, the release, and I think it even probably affected some of the songs. So a few kind of darker kind of song titles on there that, like the world was, yeah, in a very strange place, and it still is. I think recovering from that, especially the music industry, is still not back to what it was, and it probably won't be back until for another couple of years, really.
all those dark titles you talk about, is that like End Is Near, the 2022 single, and Feel So Bad? Were they a direct result of being locked down?
I mean, look, it's always with me, like this, the songs just always appear. It's not like I sit down and write about something. It always just, the songs just kind of flow out, and that's always the way I've written. And so, yeah, I do think maybe there was a little bit of that influence of what the world was going through was possibly affecting some of the subject matter. I think generally, though, the whole record's just about kind of finding strength and maybe, finding your own like big star that helps you get through what you're trying to achieve in your life, trying to find that strength and that growth. I think that's generally what a lot of the songs are touching on.
So not only is there the Big Star album, there's also the Big Star National Tour. What is the set list for that tour going to look like? How much of Big Star will you perform? How much of Human? Will you go back and do Little Birdie? Has that been also factored
Um,
into the new set list?
yeah, yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I've got a few songs to choose from now. The repertoire is quite large, so it's obviously going to be all the new record. I only play a few from Human at the moment, and then yeah, I play a few of the Birdy, the classics as well. Some of those songs are just so good that I can't not play them. Like we always play like Hairdo and Brother and there's a few others. We've been playing Summarize as well. Um, so yeah, it's kind of a bit of a mishmash, and it's kind of enjoyable that way. It's kind of it's fun for me. Yeah.
Well, they're your songs too.
Yeah.
Little Birdie had three albums. There was Big Big Love, Hollywood, and Confetti, and all three of those albums in previous set lists have got a good run. But particularly Confetti, probably the least successful album from a sales perspective. But you have been mining that one for the solo shows at least a couple of years ago. Is that your favourite Little Birdie album?
Yeah, probably. I think it's the fans' most favorite as well. Like every fan that I've ever spoken to, that's their favorite. Because I wrote those songs for Confetti right before a Paul Kelly tour. That was the first time I was supporting Paul Kelly solo. So I was living in Perth, in a share house, and I was preparing for the tour, and I was so nervous about this tour because I was such a and still am such a big fan of his writing, like everyone else is. And yeah, I just kind of was trying to write the songs were written to be played as a solo show, so they were written in that format. And then obviously I was going to do it actually as a solo album, and then I just decided the band didn't wasn't ready to kind of part with the band yet, and it was a good idea that I didn't because we really formed a great bond over that record, and I was so happy with the way it turned out. We did it at Sing Sing in Melbourne.
The Paul Kelly of 2007 tour, I think it was, obviously had a big effect on you because you've borrowed his Every Fucking City and put it into your own set list too, haven't you? From time to time.
Yeah, that's just a good one to for some like those lyrics are just like tattooed on my brain now because when I learned to play for that big show at the Forum, I literally didn't leave the house for like 5 days and just like played that song over and over so that I wouldn't like forget the lyrics. And now they're just like so ingrained in my it's a good one to just throw in the solo set list. Good one to have in there.
It's such a musical family that you come from, even to the point where you've covered your father's Dianella from time to time as well.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where we decided to cover it one day and then we decided to record. Like it was just a demo that we recorded. Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a nod. It's just a really good song, I think, at the end of the day. And yeah, I've covered one of my brother's songs as well. Haven't released it yet, but yeah, it's guess it's a bit of I'm still waiting for him to cover one of mine though. So
Yes.
sending out emails. Where's
Yeah,
mine?
that may pay a few bills for you if he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What about the Split Ends one, 6 months in a Leaky Boat that you did for that tribute album for the Finns? Was that your choice to do that song?
Yeah, I guess it's getting on. Um, yeah, a lot of it's very different now. It's a different world now. So it's kind of about me, continuing what I do, but finding my place, keeping my place, I guess, in the industry.
Yeah. Well, I'm not referring to you as a heritage act or veteran performer just yet.
No,
I
I hope
guess
not.
maybe next album. Maybe next album you earn that title.
Maybe never. How about never? How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah. The Big Star National Tour is pretty much going all over the country, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Why not? We thought might as well go wherever we can. So yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, it should be good. It's just good to go and see, make the effort to visit some of these regional places that might not get a live show normally. So, and I haven't been to a lot of these places for a long time. Like I said, I was planned to come over to Melbourne and Tasmania, and that got cancelled because of COVID. And I think the last tour I did was a solo tour, so I haven't actually brought the band over in a long time, except for festivals and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, from what I can see here, it's all of the states and none of the territories.
Yeah. Yeah,
No
Canberra was a
Darwin,
bit.
no Canberra.
Yeah, Canberra was a bit too hard with the logistics, but and yeah, Darwin as well. I don't know how many fans I have in Darwin. Maybe I've got millions, but yeah, just maybe for the next tour.
Well, great to see new music coming from you. Looking forward to the Big Star album, the Big Star tour, and seeing you on the road again.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Thank you. Thanks for your time.